I wanted to customize the ornaments, but then, just like that. Okay, there we go. There's a cutscene. That's why I left for Phoenix Wings to recover from the exhaustion that they had built up over the past few days. Thanks to manager's kindness, they had the building largely to themselves, so they enjoyed the relaxing dinner and soak in the springs. And after agreeing that they would discuss what to do next the following afternoon, they returned to their rooms to sleep. Looks kinda nice at night, actually. You can't see the terrible textures. Okay, yeah, that really looks good. Maybe I'm just a sucker for stuff like that, but yeah. I like how it looks. Oh, please don't be weird. Oh, not the hot springs again, jeez. So peaceful tonight. Everyone's probably fast asleep by now. We might have all spent our time apart in different ways, all with different things in our minds. But now we're finally back together as a class. It wasn't easy getting this far, but we have one less thing to worry about now. Don't show that. I remember that was so awkward. And I owe it all to Alyssa's support and encouragement. It's all thanks to her that I've been able to make it this far. Hang in there, Elise. I'll bring you and Princess Alphen back safely, I promise. And when I do, I'll be sure to thank you again for giving me all I needed to come as far as I have. We still have to sit down and discuss what we're going to do from here on out, too. Can we even figure something like that out by tomorrow? I've got to bring at least some ideas to the table, but what? I'm happy we're together again, but we've got a lot to decide about our future, and it's something we need to decide as a team. No, you actually showed people who weren't in class 7. Okay, cool. I was wondering if you're gonna do that. Everyone had their own challenges to face and problems to conquer, but each of them faced what they were given head-on. We ended up apart, but no one lost hope. Instead, everyone tried to make the best out of circumstances they were dealt. Thinking back on our reunions, I think the one who left the strongest impression was... Ooh, I get to have a choice. Interesting. If I'm perfectly 100% honest, the one who left the biggest impression on me is Total. But I feel like this is gonna be about social links and maybe getting closer to somebody, so... kind of a no-brainer here. I think it would have to be Instructor Sarah. Without her intervention, I'm sure our encounter with those terrifying society members would have ended very differently. She's always been there, watching over us, even when we didn't realize it. Her lifestyle might not exactly be one to take after, but she's always there when we need her. I wish I could be like her. I wish I could be that strong. I wish I could be an alcoholic.
Reen?
Ah. Okay, I wanna hate it, but I can't hate Sarah. Oh, good lord.
Instructor!
Oh, good thing I didn't pick Total. Well, this would have been really awkward.
I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
No, don't worry about it. I thought the same exact thing, actually. A little late night one-on-one bonding with one of my precious students doesn't sound so bad, actually.
Oh, jeez.
And it's freezing out here, so I'm hopping in.
Oh, my.
Oh, okay.
Instructor Sarah, you're trying to seduce me. Oh, and she's so close as well.
Ah, the temperature's just right. Sitting back in a spring like this with a bottle of warm, strong stuff would be heaven right about now.
Get her a drink, man. Wait, what? Where's the sound? Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs too. But both of us bathing in here together is really not a good idea.
I mean, the two of us alone here at this time of night's kind of, you know...
And suddenly the voice acting is back. That's very strange.
What's the big deal? I'm all covered up, aren't I?
You know, then you think about it, she is actually covering up more than she usually does.
Although, I guess any boy your age would feel a tad flustered sharing a hot spring with an older, beautiful woman like me.
You get it, babe.
I hope there aren't any naughty fantasies going through that little head of yours.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh, please don't ask me that.
Wow, the way he sounded was just so natural. Just that awkwardness. That's beautiful.
Well, I'll spare you another round of teasing for now. I stuck around to praise you, not to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you make me very comfortable.
You did?
You've done a really good job making it this far and doing what you have. You've had it hard since we were split up, but you've hung in there and made it through. And not only that, you managed to gather all of your classmates back together again from all over the country. That they're here now is all thanks to you, Reem.
Again, no voice acting. Why does it do that? I think you're giving me too much credit. It was only thanks to everyone's support. Oh, he's even doing mouth flaps, but no voice comes out. That's very strange. Yours included, but I was able to do anything at all.
Oh, I know everyone else deserves some credit too.
It feels like I'm talking to a real person, but nobody's gonna talk to me.
Still, it doesn't change the fact that Class 7 is only how it is because you've always been at its center. It was only because you rose up to fight, just like everyone believed you would, that you're all together again. So I thought that as your instructor, the least I could do was praise you for what you've achieved. Hey! What's with all the laughing? Even I can sound like an actual instructor sometimes, you know.
Oh, no, I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Aha! So that's it. Well, in that case, make sure you don't ever forget it. The bonds you have with the people who care about you won't be broken easily. And I'd know, because I'm one of those people.
I'll be sure not to. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality, both for ourselves and for the people who have supported us in getting this far.
Aha! That's what I like to hear.
I knew it. There we go. This is powerful strike, okay. I already had that. I was like level what, 4? 5? I definitely was higher than 3. Kind of annoying how I'm still so low level. Maybe I should have just finished the game again. Although I doubt there was some additional interaction with people like, hey, you're higher level now. You're higher level compared to what you could have been if you just started the game like you did right now. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the important saves from 1 to 2 in... okay, I'm meeting the Phoenix, blah blah blah. She must have complete time to figure out what we can do beforehand. Okay, so I'm assuming that's gonna be bonding points time, yep. 2 bonding events each would come. Damn! Okay, I feel like I know where today's episode is gonna go. Talking to one of his characters after viewing their first bonding event will allow you to view their second. Okay, 7 points. Good lord. Okay. So... how many do I need exactly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. and a couple of them have bonus events, so it's like a total of 16 maybe? Why does it do that? Oh, it's because the analog stick wasn't enabled. Okay, alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna spend the whole episode today and just doing the bonding events. Alright, but I want to cheat maximum bonding points. She's hanging out with a beautiful doggy! Oh! He always knows what's up. Okay, so there we go, 20 bonus bonding points. I should be set. Oh god, there's gonna be a lot of talking. Oh. What am I getting myself into? This dog is named Badu, right? He's cute. Yeah, Dad raised him to be a hunting dog, believe it or not. He's a sweetie though. Looks like a smart one to me. Petting him is pretty relaxing too. I'll stay with him for a bit while I think about what we should do. Come to think of it, it's just about feeding time. Yes! Honestly, I kinda wanna hang out with a dog. Sure, I'd like that. Be right back. I've got to get his food. I mean, look at him. He's gorgeous. Look at the boy. Look at him. How's that taste? Good? Look, he's wagging his tail. Sorry for not being able to spare much time for you and Arthur, but you. He says it's okay. Smart doggy. You can speak dog? Can you understand what dogs are saying or something? No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the corps, I used to look after military monsters a lot. You did? Huh. That's actually interesting. Really? It sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing. I mean, yeah, she was like, what, 8? Well, I did get bitten sometimes at first, but after one of our caretakers showed me what to do, I stopped. The way you talk about your time there, it's hard to believe the Jaeger Corps you were in was one of the strongest. Is Zephyr unusual by Jaeger standards? I guess. The boss was pretty easygoing, but it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. Remember what I told you at Mater Park, right? How he taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps and the art of close quarter combat. I can't imagine what it must have been like, living that kind of life day to day. But it's easier to see how you came to think of them as a family. Yeah, we were family. Until they all left me behind after the boss died. Well, that's awkward. I just want to know why. Why they all had to leave me behind. And now that I might have a chance to, I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if it won't be easy getting it out of them. Still... Oh! Nice! I think even I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. There's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Not when you've got all of us with you. If that's what you want to know, we're all going to make it work out. You will? You're right. How could things not work out when I've got you guys? Yeah, I was definitely having level 3. Okay, only one button event? I still want to talk to Zeno and Leo about why they left me behind. But being part of Class 7 is more important to me now. And as long as I stay with you, I know I'll get my chance to ask them. Okay, I gotta slow myself down because when I started to talk faster, I just... Okay, I'm curious about where this is gonna be going. Anyway, when I started to talk faster, I just stuttered and such. I have to take I'll have to take good care of this in Angelica's place. You know, I heard something about driving the bikes actually. Like you're gonna have multiple later on. But I'm not sure if it's the second game, the third, or maybe even the fourth. I'm pretty sure there's a fourth game in. Even air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why Yun Ka-Fai is so fond of this village. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. We'd be happy to have them, and don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war is over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss as to how, though.
What should we do, I wonder?
She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem.
That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Would you escort me to your room? Laura? What? Laura, what are you up to exactly? I mean, I know she's probably not doing this, but... You know, I gotta make it dirty. That's the only way to be.
Is this your bedroom? The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Yunka Vice. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of a 8-leaf school?
Well, the sword. I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in.
Why would you be surprised?
No, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually I have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea?
Really? I'd like that very much.
I also want some tea. Oh, those coasters are glitching through the table. That sucks.
This has quite a refined taste indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival. But this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance.
Yeah, Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him.
Really now? I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and the father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now?
Nope, I'm afraid not. That letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine.
I imagine so. If rumor is to be believed, he's as proficient with the blade as a father, if not more so.
Are you worried about your dad?
I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons would have come into play during the war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros.
Yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, what we can do is, in the meantime, is keep going and do what we're able. As long as we keep it up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time.
Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights.
Yeah, I know we can overcome it as long as we're together. Okay, does she have 2 events? Because it just felt like there's something else in there. Like there might be more to talk about. Oh yeah, there we go.
That tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Tova mentioned that you used to train somewhere deeper in the mountains. Is that true?
Yeah, in the Isengard range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning on going up there on your own.
Well, after that break I feel like doing something more active. A walk in the crisp, snowy mountains should clear my mind just perfectly.
I wouldn't mind a mounted walk. Alright. If you're really that interested, I could show you a way there.
Would you? I'd be very grateful. Then we should set out at once.
There were no double events in Cold Steel 1, right? Because I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't think there were any. Together, Rin and Laura climbed the Ymir mountain path, their destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at the area where Rin once trained under Master Kafai. I wonder if there's some weird way to pronounce it, like... Kufoy... I don't know. It's like, it looks like Kafai to me, right? That's how you say it. But there's probably some stupid way you say it differently.
I wasn't expecting the climb to be quite so lengthy. Or that far, really. You conducted your training a remarkable distance from Ymir for one so young.
Yeah, I spent about a month living up here away from civilization. I trained almost every day, but even when I wasn't trained, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. My voice is breaking for some reason. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice.
Oh my, but that sounds rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of your training, yes? I can't fault it, however. The RC school does have similar practices. Even when I was a child, I would often join the students in training in the mountains.
Well, the thing is, you're not alone though. I think Green's situation is actually sounding a lot worse than that. Just him and his teacher is like, oh god, this is gonna be bad. I'm like a star pupil. There's a lot of expectations here. I'm not surprised to hear Arsted School training is right up there with 8 leaps. I made it through in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Elise was really worried about me. She couldn't stop crying when I finally come back home.
That's not that hard to picture. After taking a long look at the scenery, there's not a doubt in my mind what training here would be a valuable exercise.
Yeah, it certainly was. Sitting up here and being surrounded by nature serves as a reminder of just how small and insignificant we really are.
I suppose you could say the same about our swords in this war.
Huh. I guess you can. Sorry, Laura, I'm not following. I am. Come on, man, keep up.
No matter how much it's well that wielder trains, realistically, a mere swordsman stands no chance against the force of tanks or soldats. That being the case, what significance do swords even have in this war? I've been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer.
That's a good question.
And yet when I look around at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those worries. It wasn't just because she was a skilled warrior, but the Lance Maiden was able to end the war of her time. That played a role, certainly, but she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed.
Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play an end in this war too, even if they can't do it alone.
My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it, and as a class, I know we will.
I hope I sound distinct enough between those two voices. After taking a while, we enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to Ymir. Alright, there we go. I don't think I actually got past 3 with Laura. Ah, there we go. There's no mark above her head anymore. Alright, just gotta keep moving, trying to find my bonding lands. Hoping my throat won't die by the end of this. But it probably will. I wonder if Elisa's in the shop. She probably is, right? It's like the only place she goes. Oh shit, it's Sharon. What is she looking at exactly? Looks like... It honestly kinda looks like coffee to me. But I could be wrong. I mean, I doubt they put too much work into working on those textures on those random bags in the middle of a shop. Doing some shopping, Sharon?
That's right. Since you'll all be gathering for a discussion at the Phoenix Wings, I thought I might help out in the kitchen. I also thought I could prepare some food for your father, seeing as your mother has other business to attend to.
What business is that exactly? Because I don't remember anything like that. That's awfully generous of you, thanks.
With several Ouroboros members having recently revealed themselves to us, I can't help but assume they're up to something. I'd like you to know, Reen, that no matter what happens, my alliance will always lie with you and your classmates. Please ensure that whatever you decide on this afternoon is something you can do without regret.
Sharon, I swear we will. Glad to have your support.
Till the end of time.
It's great to know what she's got a bag, but she's still cooking for Dad. Maybe I can help her out with that. I don't know, I would want to dig more into her past instead of just cooking with her, but I guess you can do both at once, so there's that. Well, even if you're looking out for us, that doesn't mean I can't help you out with cooking for my dad. Might as well try to pay him back a little bit for all those years of love and devotion, right?
I'm sure your father would be overjoyed to hear you say that. As soon as I'm done with shopping, we can head over to the kitchen.
And yeah, I've been kind of wondering, what exactly happened to get Reen and Sharon walk to the mansion? After seeing that Reen's mother was out, they started making a hearty meal for his father. Yeah, anyway, I was wondering, Sharon, she is an enforcer. What exactly happened if she sticks with Reinforce, but she still continues to, remain an enforcer? She didn't quit. She still says, yeah, I am still an enforcer. I'm still that. So, point I'm trying to make here, I think she's just gonna betray us all in the end.
I'm not exactly sure how, I'm not exactly sure why, or what's the plan, but I think I'll welcome it with open arms. Oh, so you're making Ymir-style borscht? Good idea. I've got plenty of vegetables, and it should be great for warming him up to boot. I couldn't agree more. All of the protein in the meat I'll be using should help accelerate his recovery as well. Master Ian, could I trouble you to chop up the vegetables? If you would, I'll set about preparing the meat and seasoning the soup.
Sure. So if someone didn't know, borscht is supposed to be a beetroot soup. Just an FYI. It's times like this when she seems like any other, just like any other maid. Takes me back to watching her cook for us in the dorm. It's hard to believe what she's actually an enforcer for Ouroboros sometimes. Ow!
Is something wrong? Heavens, you've sliced your finger.
Oh, Rin, you're a dumbass. If you were slicing it right, you would never cut your finger, even if you don't look, even if you're not paying attention, because you're supposed to claw your hand, you know? You're an idiot, seriously. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention. I didn't cut it too deeply though, so it should be fine.
Oh no, that won't do at all. Would you hold still for a moment, please? I'll stop the bleeding.
Oh my! Sharon! Sharon, what are you? This is so awkward. I'm not gonna say no, but that was a little weird.
There, that should do the trick.
Sharon, I'm not sure it's a good idea to start sucking on people's fingers out of a blue like that.
Any particular reason? I'll bring you a bandage, so please wait in an adjacent room.
She's messing with me again, isn't she? I don't think she just likes to fuck with people. I find that kind of adorable.
There we are, all better. Please leave the rest of the work to me. You should give your finger time to heal.
You're probably right. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
You needn't be so sorry, Master Ian. You made a valuable contribution as it was. It brought back memories of Lady Alice's younger days too. Whenever she fell and scraped her knees, she would always start crying for me to come and help her.
Ah, how sweet. I can picture how embarrassed she'd be if she learned Sharon was telling people this. Come to think of it, you've been working for the Reinford family for a while now, haven't you?
7 years, in fact. It was shortly after Mr. Reinford's passing. I cannot begin to thank Madam Chairman enough for giving me the chance she did. It's only thanks to her kindness that I was able to begin a new life under her employ.
Does that mean you've never been the maid before she hired you then? What were you before that? Oh.
As you no doubt suspect, I lived as an enforcer. The mission given to me by Ouroboros was what first led me to meet her, and she wasted no time in trying to hire me. I served in both capacities concurrently after that.
Oh, so she wasn't just a maid, she was actually killing people left and right while doing that. Okay. You won't find many executives who would knowingly hire an agent of Ouroboros. She never ceases to amaze, huh?
She certainly doesn't. Nonetheless, it was thanks to her that I was able to find a new path on my own. It's too late for me to turn back and change what's already been done, but she was willing to give me a different future.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. I was simply thinking out loud. Regardless of what happened in the past, my love for the Reinford family will never waver. Nor will my devotion to Class 7, Master Ian. I shall continue to do all what I can to serve you.
Thank you. I know we can always count on you. And everyone else knows that too. I hope we'll always stay fond in your thoughts, Sharon. After my conversation was finished, Sharon returned to preparing Baron Schwartz's meal. And after helping however he could until his mother returned, Rin left them to finish by themselves.
Я буду Sharon Strickland.
Now to Curia. Don't remember what it does. It's cure poisons and petrify and all those kinds of things, right? I wonder if anyone else has that. Trying to remember. I think most of them just have some kind of damage thing. Okay, so Schwartz mentioned there's also Alyssa in here. Okay, Alyssa, where are you? Hey. Ooh, guns. I don't remember that. kind of want to look around this room for a little bit. What's that? Oh, it's books. Okay, I was like, this looks kind of weird from this direction. Like, what could it be? It's just books. That's it. I was like, who keeps books on the desk? It's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, Alyssa, what's up? What are you doing in here, Alyssa?
Your mother told me that I could find some tools in here, so here I am. I need them for work I'm going to be doing on the orbital bike.
Oh, you're gonna be doing that, that's cool. Wait, you know how bikes work well enough to do that?
Well, an engine is an engine, right? I should be able to tinker with it. After all Angelica's done for us, I at least want to make sure she gets her precious bike back in top condition.
Might be nice if I gave her a hand. You know, I'm usually against doing anything with Alyssa, but that actually sounds interesting. Need a hand there? Sounds like a two-person job for me, and I'd feel bad making you do all the work when Angelica left it in my care.
I figured you'd say that. It'll probably go more smoothly with an extra pair of hands, so sure.
Also, another thing I noticed. In the first game she was just bitching left and right, always, just constantly, non-stop. In the second game, she's like not even half as bitchy as she was. It feels kind of weird. It's like, I mean, I still dislike her, but it's like, you're not giving me a reason to dislike you anymore, and, and I don't like that. It's weird. You're supposed to be annoying.
Alright, that's everything around the orbital bike taken care of. It could probably do with being taken for at least a test ride at some point, though. Oh, I should oil the moving parts too.
Man, you really are amazing. I knew you were good with orbital technology and all, but I didn't expect you to be able to perform maintenance this well.
Well, if it's just stopgap, really. I had a few chances to look at it back at the academy too, so I have a vague idea of what needs doing, but that's all.
Doesn't make that any less amazing in my eyes. But in Nord, you worked out what was wrong with that truck, even knew the model of that motor we found. At first I thought it was just because you're part of the Reinford family, but I feel like that's underselling you now. You must have studied like crazy to know so much.
Well, I did spend a lot of time studying orbital technology even before enrolling in the academy. I used my family name however I could, in order to visit Reinford factories and attend lectures at the Institute of Technology. I'm more than confident I made the most of every chance I had to study and broaden my knowledge of a field.
I have a feeling I know why you did all that too. Was it to rebel against your mother?
Well, I can't deny it.
That's surprisingly on the point.
Not to beat a dead horse, but it felt like Mother just stopped caring about us after my father passed away. I mean, she'd stolen the company from grandfather and everything. How could you do that to your own father? So I suppose you could say all that studying was my way of trying to show her up at something, a little at least.
I see. So, were you able to? Not in this. I knew it! I saw it coming a mile away.
Not what she's missing. This isn't the time to be thinking about my next act of rebellion either. And you know what? That's fine by me. I've made up my mind to focus on the future rather than the past for now. I'll get to keep that promise I made to her and Ruhr after all. I'll be running the company before she knows it.
I think she'd prefer it that way, honestly. It's like, finally someone is gonna run the company for me. Oof. I can get drunk with Sarah now. That's how Chairman Irina talks.
Huh?
Look at you. You were so engrossed in the bike that you didn't even notice all the snow building up on your head. Still, I think you've found the right way to approach things. I'll have to pick up a few pointers from you. Can't let myself get too wrapped up in my past either. And that way we'll both be able to find the best paths for each of us to take.
I certainly hope so.
Come on, don't cry. Here, this will cheer you up. Ah, it is a flashback, I knew it. We did meet before. I totally saw that coming a mile away as well.
Is that a bunny made out of snow?
And look, you've got loads of snow on your head too. Don't worry, you can follow me back to Ymir. So stay close, okay?
Okay. Are you kidding me?
What's wrong?
I can't believe I forgot. Remember how I talked about coming here with my family as a kid? I ended up getting lost in the mountains. But just when I started to think I'd be lost there forever, a boy appeared out of nowhere. and he led me all the way back to Ymir. That boy was you, I'm sure of it.
It does ring a bell, actually. A year after that was when the whole thing with my power happened. So I kind of pushed everything else to the back of my mind. Weird. We really did meet when we were kids.
I was only joking about it before, but yeah, we really did. I've forgotten all about it too. Probably because it was a scary memory for me.
I don't blame you. Still, you don't get coincidences like this every day. I'd be embarrassed to try and attribute it to something like fate, though.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe if we'd realized sooner, sure. But it makes me happy to know it was all you all along.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
It's nothing at all. Anyway, let's finish up with a bike, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Ah, damn. I totally knew something like that would happen. You and Lisa worked together to finish the rest of the bike's maintenance, and the two of them feeling somewhat awkward around each other due to a recent discovery. And upon their completion, they went to return the tools to Ben Schwartz's study. Is there another event? I can totally see there being another event, but there is not. Okay. So that's what? 3? 4. Okay, 4. So, church. Gaius is in the church, and I took him for a religious guy, actually. Okay, so I'm assuming church is gonna be the closest, so I'm gonna go there first. Alright, so just turn left. Alright, Gaius, what you doing at the church? What could you be doing at the church? I wonder, I thought I didn't know what you could be doing here. Hey, what's up?
I figured a quiet church would be a perfect place to sit and think about what we can do.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But so far, it hasn't done me much good. There has to be something we can do to help people over Ebonia, but what?
Yeah, well, hopefully whatever we decide on will help people up north too. There's gotta be something what only we can do, what will help better people's lives. We just need to figure out what.
That's about the point I'm at. Still, if we keep thinking it over, I'm sure Vincent the Goddess will grant us their inspiration eventually.
It does actually seem like a pretty good place to brainstorm. Maybe I should join him for a while. Yeah, let's do it.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there's someone I'd like you to meet. A friend of mine, in fact.
A friend of yours?
Yep, follow me. I'll introduce you. He should be in the village right now.
Who is that exactly? I have a bad feeling about this. Is this friends of yours here? I can't sense anyone.
I suppose even you will have trouble sensing him. Especially if you're trying to sense a person.
Goddamn, I knew it's gonna be something weird. What am I looking for if he's not a person?
Here he is.
It's another bird! It's just like Zig! Is that a hawk? Huh. Looks like one who helped us save from his Jaegers in Nord. Save us from his Jaegers in the Nord. I'm trying to remember. I think he did have a bird, but I don't remember the game drawing too much attention to it.
The very same, in fact. He's a friend of mine who watches over the North Highlands from above. His name is Zio.
Almost like Zig.
He was named after one of the warriors who fought alongside Emperor Dracos during the war.
He even says the same thing! Huh, he looks so cool up close. I wanna pet him. What's he doing all the way out here?
Your guess is as good as mine. I spotted him on the roof of Phoenix Wings last night. He might have followed us scent.
All the way from north, though. That's quite a distance. I wonder why he would follow us.
I wish I could say for sure, but I'd like to think he wants to lend us his aid. He watched us sleep up a few times during our battles, so I imagine he thinks he could make things easier.
I see. Well, he's already gotten us out of bind once, and if he's got your glowing endorsement, he'll make a hell of an ally. Okay, welcome to the team, Zit. Where are you going? Whoa.
I think he's trying to say that he has no intention of getting too friendly with us.
No! I want to be best pals with a Hawk. It's so cool.
He'll just watch over us from above like he did before, lending us his aid when he sees fit.
Huh. Hey, that works too. In that case, thanks for watching our backs, Zio. It's not like I wanted to be friends anyway. Oh, actually, if I cried, oh my god, I actually got tears in my eyes. Holy crap. I'm good. Ooh, we're finding new allies left and right these days, aren't we?
It certainly feels that way, but I bet he sees us more as weaklings in need of protection than allies.
Oh, but Hawk is kind of a dick.
Either way, I'm sure his support will be invaluable in the days ahead.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. And I could say the same about yours.
Likewise.
Bond has strengthened. We quietly watched Zio fly off into the distance before returning to a charge together. Ooh, nice. This craft allows him to summon Zio to damage in a line. Alright, nice. I like that. More events? Nope. Alright. Okay, so Laura has to... I'm assuming Laura and Juice also have to... Laura. Emma and two. And... Emma and two. Good god. Emma and Juice also have to... Seriously, I need to slow myself down. When I start to try and talk faster, I just start screwing up too much. Okay, Phoenix Wings. You know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to try and find things that way, so yeah, I should do it like this. Okay, I think I should save Phoenix Wings for last, since, you know, saving the best for last. I'm trying to wink, but yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, Melee or Captain Claire? Okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes and whichever direction I'm looking, I'm gonna stop there. Crap, that's neither of them. Ah, crap. Okay, fine, Melee.
I'm super bored, so I'm thinking I might check out the souvenir shop. What kind of stuff do you think they got over there? Think it's cool?
We're about to have a major discussion about our class's future. How can you be bored? Okay, don't answer that, but you could at least brainstorm something to contribute to the discussion.
No, you know I'm never gonna come up with anything, and no matter what you decide, it doesn't change things for me. One way or another, Lemmy and I are gonna keep on fighting with you guys. You just pick a path and we'll bust it open.
Good to know, but they do value your opinions, so you might want to think things over. Maybe looking at some souvenirs would help clear my head. Sure, why not? Tell you what, why don't I join you? I've been there tons of times, so you know I'll be able to recommend something nice.
Really? You're the best, Reen! Okay, let's go! Man, there really is a bunch of unusual stuff here. Pretty good selection for a place smack dab in the boonies.
That's partly thanks to Master Kafai. He always brings things when he comes to visit. Like was manju, for example. A confectionery item from the east what had been tweaked a bit.
Oh, they look really good. You think Collector would like them?
Oh? So he's the one you're buying a souvenir for?
You got it!
I don't remember if I actually said anything, but yeah, I replayed a little bit from Trails in the Sky 3, and turns out Lecter is actually a huge deal. Ooh, I can't believe I forgot about him. I was like, oh my god, what happens to his character? He's got such an interesting story, what happened to him? And I completely forgot.
He bought me a little Mischief trap when he was over in Crossbell, so I want to get him something too. I kind of want it to be something he can always keep with him, if something was gonna go bad like food now.
That's a good point. I thought he was missing now. No one's heard from him since he was in Crossbell, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's fine. I mean, he's Lecter. It'd take more than a war to finish him off. Claire and I survived, so I can't imagine he wouldn't. He's just gonna show up one day like, hi, and that'll be it.
Yeah, I think that's actually what's gonna happen. Well, at least you trust him, I guess. Then again, that makes sense. I mean, you Ironbloods probably think of each other like siblings, right? Or I don't know, do you? Well, if that's the case, it makes Chancellor Osborne your dad, maybe?
Dunno, I've never really thought about it. Especially with Gramps. I've got siblings, sure, but hard to say if someone feels like a parent when you never had one.
What? What does she mean she's never had any parents?
Wonder what's gonna happen to us Iron Bloods now. Claire's got her job in the RMP, what she can do even without Gramps around. But without him there to give me orders and all my old missions finished, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, really. I'm not needed as a piece in his game board anymore.
Don't think like that, Millie. Now let me say this, even if you are not needed on some game board, you are needed by us. And not as a piece, you're needed as a very important classmate and a friend.
Really?
I can't tell you what you should do with your life from here on, but what I can tell you is what we're here for you. And even if you don't know what to do with yourself right now, I'm sure you'll figure out things eventually, with or without us.
Huh. Maybe you're right. I do kind of feel like sticking with you guys will help me figure something out. And speaking of figuring stuff out, I'm buying a manju. My stomach's gargling just looking at it.
I kinda wonder what it tastes like. Are you supposed to be buying a souvenir for Lecter? Well, whatever. She seems happier now, and I guess that's what matters most. I have a soft spot for someone like that. Lynn bought William a Ymir manju, which is scarfed down in a typical William fashion as we left the shop. Oh, so she didn't even wait to leave the shop, she would just eat it while we were leaving. Like, halfway through the door. I just gotta eat that manju. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can totally imagine something like that happening. Captain Claire, something wrong?
Hello, Rin. It's nothing major. I just received an update from one of my men that contained some information I found personally relevant.
Oh, well, I won't pry, but at risk of sounding condescending, try not to push yourself too hard. Today's one of those few chances you will get to rest.
I appreciate the concern. Still, you have bigger things to worry about than my well-being, like the future of Class 7, for example. And if the town's defenses are solid as they are, now's the perfect time to sit back and figure all that stuff out.
She's putting on a brave face, but I can tell she's more exhausted than she's letting on. Well, since we're all so well defended, why don't we both take a little time to unwind? We got billiards at the Phoenix Wings, if you're interested. What do you say? Huh. I kinda wanna play billiards. Billiards, but pool, okay? It's pool. Well,
given how many people we have to try to keep a town safe, sure, I'll take you up on that offer.
I wonder if there's a mini-game, that's what I'm curious about. Because if there's a mini-game, I'm excited for it. I want to play that. And I've been playing it on Pool-a-thon on NES as a kid. Kinda loved it. Ah damn! Can't believe you just pocketed all the balls in one shot.
Fortunately, they all moved exactly how I calculated that would.
Oh yeah, her ass break is all about that. Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm sorry, I've ended the game before you even had a chance to take a shot, haven't I?
Well, thinking about it, games like this seem exactly like the kind of thing you'd be good at. I was probably walking into a bad trap the moment I invited you.
Granted, I should have at least tried to hold back a little. Sorry. Like I would have done a better job of making the game more enjoyable for both sides. All while leaving certain elements up to chance to keep things interesting.
That lines right up with my impression of him too. I always did peg him as a trickster. Still, I wish I was a better player. I'd be able to put up a halfway decent fight in that case.
Well, how about I give you a few pointers while we're here?
You don't mind?
Not at all. I can teach you some valuable skills that are guaranteed to help. Making good use of them will be down to you, but we should allow you to improve your score when playing.
Well, if you're sure what you don't mind. Captain Claire then started happily teaching Rin how to play more effectively. She even made some explanation on complicated issues and techniques sound simple, going through every step with limitless kindness and patience. And thanks to that, he was able to improve an astonishing amount in a relatively short period of time. Huh, he did it too. Well, what do you know?
Well done, but there's 9 ball pocketed as well.
Thanks. To be honest, this is the first time I've been able to pocket all the balls without making a single mistake. You really are a natural at teaching.
I wouldn't have been able to do anything at all if you weren't such a capable pupil. If you have to ask any other questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to give practicing with you if you're up for it.
Really? You're a kind person, Captain.
What makes you say that?
Well, it's true. You went out of your way to help us countless times on our field studies. And now you've chosen to accompany us here and help with protecting the village. It's easy to forget sometimes that you're part of the RMP or an Iron Blood. It feels like you're always there, watching over us from the shadows, and I really do appreciate it.
Reminds you of a certain instructor, you know. I think you're overstating how much you have really done. I'm a Taurus graduate as well, after all, so I can't help but want to look out for others from the academy. In some ways, I just want to act like I'm still there, looking out for my classmates, like an upperclassman would.
Well, whatever your reasons, that doesn't change that I'm still grateful. Senpai. I can't say for sure, seeing as I only have a younger sister, but if I had an older one, I have a feeling she would be just like you.
She's got nothing to say.
Captain? Captain? What was that all about?
Don't mind me. Please try to think of it as nothing more than a meaningless gesture.
Well, if you say so.
Regardless, I intend to continue doing whatever I can to aid you in the future. My primary duty might be to serve the Railway Military Police and carry out the will of Chancellor Osborne. But I have no reason to believe that I'll ever be anything other than an ally to you in Class 7.
I won't have it any other way. I know that any help you give will go a long way for us. Well, Lynn still had no idea what prompted her sudden embrace. He wasn't able to press the subject further. With the conversation now over, they silently made their way back outside. Talking is hard. There we go. Level 3, nice. Counterattack. Okay. I wonder how it works. So if Rina is attacked, she is gonna counterattack? Does it count dodges? Does it work if he counterattacks? I wonder about that. What if the enemy counterattacks? Does she counterattack a counterattack? Can you counterattack a counterattack to counterattack? Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Yo, Emma. Oh, hold up. I wanted to talk to Celine a little bit.
It's so wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on how we should act from here on out. Now, not that will be a particularly easy decision.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you weighing on the matter. Well, weighing on matter though. Too many.
Oh, I just remembered. There's something I need to buy from a shop in the village.
Oh?
I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid. It's a secret.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but she sure looks happy about it. Okay, now I'm getting curious. No, hold up. Celine. Yeah, hold up, Celine. Yo, what's up?
I don't mind if you focus on Class 7 for a while, but don't forget that you've got your full-fledged bitch to worry about. And to be honest, I think the sooner we deal with her, the better. Before the time comes, you might want to try hardening up that bleeding heart of yours. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I do hope she'll give us a chance to talk things out first. That's the kind of soft-hearted thinking I was warning you about.
This is not my conversation to enter. Oh boy. Are you gonna kill Misty? Oh, I don't like this. Please don't kill Misty, I like her. I mean, she's basically my main villain, but don't do that.
I'll have to drop by the shop a little later. I just hope we have the right color in stock.
Okay, now I'm getting color. She must be buying some clothes. I know Celine's not involved, but do you mind if I join you with your shopping? If that's okay, I mean. I know the shop here pretty well, so I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Really? That would be lovely. But you've got to stay here, Celine. You and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this secrecy's creeping me out anyway.
I have a feeling she's gonna keep an eye on us anyway. And Emma left a sulky Celine behind. Slightly sulky Celine behind, and took off to the store to buy whatever it was Emma was searching for. Slightly God damn it.
Here we go. The color looks just right too.
That's wool, right? I didn't know you could knit.
I used to do it quite often back home, actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now, as a sort of a reunion present. It's almost done too, but I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some.
Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you should be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Rin.
After showing Emma to the mansion's living room, Rin decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, but both of them enjoying the soothing warmth of the fire. That's actually kind of romantic. I made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. I can't see it. Did they just not render it, or is it like from some kind of different perspective?
Why, thank you, Rin. I think this deep blue color will really suit her personally.
Yeah, I do think blue suits her. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how it'll look when it's done. It's nice to see how close the two of you are.
Close? Do you really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time, she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either.
I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words.
Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So in a sense, she's like a sister to me.
Really? I'm kind of jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another. But when it comes to Elise, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking.
You say that, but I'm sure Selena is still keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vita, though, at least.
If you don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyway? You said she was something of a sister to you when we first found out her true identity.
She's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired and looked up to her, but both with her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now I feel like I'll never be able to catch up to her in terms of raw talent.
I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really.
I suppose.
One thing is for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying to better yourself.
When you put it that way, you have a point. Thank you for encouragement, Rin. I feel a lot better now.
Okay, there's definitely more to this. Eventually Emma finished knitting the scarf and promptly delivered it to Celine. Oh, she does finish it. And while she may not have put it into words, it was obvious from her parent that she was very pleased. Oh. I wonder if she's actually gonna have a scarf now. Damn. We didn't make her scarf. Yeah, I don't see anything different. Yeah, she just looks the same. Damn, it would have been so cool if she got a scarf.
I'm so glad Selena ended up liking the scarf after all, even if she is still too embarrassed to wear it.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm just distraught what you— Oh, we actually addressed that. That's nice.
I'm just distraught what you wasted time and energy making something for me. Make sure you get some rest now, okay? I will.
We're so happy together. There's got to be some place where we can unwind together. Rin? What exactly are you up to? In that case, why don't the three of us head out to a foot bath? We've got more than enough time, and it's a great place to relax.
Oh, that does sound like a good idea. Inviting a cat to take a bath? Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. Suit yourself, Celine. We'll see you later then.
Well, she can just sit close, you know. Come on, Celine, come with us. You're part of a team.
This feels wonderful. Celine was right.
About what?
She'd mentioned how the hot springs of Ymir have the ability to promote mana recovery for those who use them. Perhaps it's due to there being a spirit vein nearby, giving them protection of the spirits.
Really? That's interesting. It's a shame Valmar can jump in here with us, man.
That's very true. Oh,
But Emma, your glasses have all fogged up, you know. Fogged.
oh, oops, I forgot to take them off.
Actually, how is her vision? Does she need them, or is it like a disguise thing? Huh, you didn't need to get that worked up about it. Well, come to think of it.
What is it? She's staring an awful lot.
Oh, sorry, it's just something that's been bugging me for a while. Your eyesight isn't really all that bad, is it?
I thought so too, man. You noticed? Things get a little blurry, but it's not a major issue if I use a little witchcraft to compensate.
Thought so. You weren't wearing them for a concert, but your choreography was still dead on. I thought it was like concern, and I was like, for a concern. Okay, that doesn't sound right. Okay, hold up, that's not right. A concert, right, there was a concert. It took me a second there to remember it. But why do you wear them if you don't need them?
In a sense, they're symbolic of a vicious way of life. Witch must carry out their duties while nestled in the shadows of history. Reveal your true nature, and you risk straying for a witch's burden and becoming swayed by a basic emotion. Grandmother's always said that to me ever since I was a little girl.
That's funny. I always pictured your grandmother as this friendly old lady, but it sounds like she's actually pretty strict.
She has to be, really. She's both the Hexen clan's elder and a very powerful witch. So she has a responsibility to guide us in all we do. Both Vita and I were scolded by her fairly often during our training.
I can see that now.
But when one day Vita broke a taboo and vanished from the village, Grandmother seems to want to find her and punish her for what she did. But as for me, all I want to do is talk with her and find out what made her do such a thing. If I could just learn that.
Sorry, Emma.
What are you apologizing for? But, you know, sometimes I wonder if I'm being too naive when it comes to Vita. Even still, I'd like to think I've grown at least a little. Maybe it's about time I stop wearing these glasses too. I couldn't tell you why, but wearing them somehow makes me feel like I'm always keeping secrets from all of you.
You don't have to stop wearing them. Not wearing them. You don't have to stop wearing them. No. Keep the glasses on. No, if you want to keep the glasses on, you keep them on, girl. You do what you want to do, girl! And gently put Emma's glasses back on her. But you gotta get fogged up again.
Reen?
I don't see why you should force yourself to not wear them if you want to.
Yes, exactly!
Besides, we're all used to you wearing them now.
Oh, really?
Still, whenever you choose to wear them or not, and whenever you're a witch or not, for that matter, you're still the same Emma we'll always love. Don't forget that.
Thanks, Reen. That's such a sweet thing to say. When I do a voice like this, it's actually not hurting my throat as much as my normal voice.
After that, we both remained at the food bath and continued whiling away time with a pleasant chatter. Whiling? I don't think I've ever seen that word used that way. Okay, so that was 2 events from Emma. So, there's nothing else here, right? Oh, I wanna check the shop, hold up. Maybe there's some kind of food in there. Oh, hey, Dole. What you doing here?
Yeah, but you should probably follow your guys' example and figure out what we're gonna do next, to be honest. Hopefully we'll be able to keep working with you guys. Might be easier now that Sarah showed up again.
I'm down if you are.
There we go. But yeah, leave worrying about the guild stuff to us. You guys got your own stuff to take care of.
Yo. Oh. A cutscene. Interesting.
Oh, hey there. Congrats on finally getting all of your classmates back together. I'm glad to see we're all safe too. Not that we ever seem like a kind of people who could go down easy.
You're right. Hard part is yet to come though. We might all be finally reunited, but now we have to sit down and decide exactly what it is we need to do to make a difference.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. By the way, completely unrelated, but do you mind if I ask you a small favor?
Favor? It's not often you ask favors of me.
You see, we've got a noble cult and a battle stain here at the moment.
I remember you in the mountains.
But I haven't seen her since she left to go fishing yesterday.
She's been gone the whole day?
That's right. She's always seemed to be crazy about her fishing, but this is the first time she's got it's gone. It's the middle of winter too, so I'm a bit worried about her. If you're free, I'd really appreciate it if you went to look for her.
Except, she's you kidding me? Yeah, Annabelle, yeah, doing this. Yeah, I can help you out there. Our discussion isn't until a bit later. If she went out to fish, I'm guessing she's probably somewhere in the valley behind the village.
That's what I figured too. The hard part's finding out how far down the path she's gone. I don't have any leads there, either. You're just going to have to cover it from top to bottom.
Alright, I'll be sure to bring her back as soon as I can. Turns out with the secondary quest I discovered was a fishing challenge. And the fishing challenge hurt my hand. It's like it beats it. The game materialized in the real world and beat my hand. It's not very nice, let me tell you. When games beat you, yeah, not very nice. Where is everybody? Thought there's supposed to be a bunch of people here. I can't see a single person. Oh, somebody's here. And I can't get through. Come on. Hey, Juice. Oh, your voice is easy.
Deciding what a class should do has proven more difficult than expected. Still, I left my art so that I could make my own decisions about my life. I'll make this one for myself too.
Even if the decision is yours, but the burden doesn't have to be. Household barriers problems concern every single one of us. There's no reason you need to sort all of this on your own. We've been with you for so long. That's not gonna change.
Thank you, but I'm aware.
I bet a break would help him clear his mind and make better decisions. Should I drag him into this one? Hey, want to come look after the Arthur with me for a bit?
When the blazes is Arthur. Oh, was that the name of...
I have any scores. You got it in one. Since you're kind of a horse expert, I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out with him for a bit.
Why not? I'd like to see him myself. Later on.
Crap, now my eyes hurt. Oof. Oh damn, that fishing really did a number of on my pointer finger.
This is a fine horse. He has a strong air of dignity about it, much like the young horses back at the academy.
Yeah, he does. He's pretty friendly too, isn't he? He's been here since Dad took me in, so he's been getting there in the years. But he's still got that same energy. That still takes him out hunting along the bayou. I hope I'm pronouncing that dog's name right, by the way.
I see. I imagine his dignified appearance is a result of much experience then. He does appear to be in dire need of some exercise, however. His muscles aren't quite as defined as they should be.
Well, I'm amazed you could tell. You're not in the riding club for nothing. He hasn't had much chance to get out and about since Dad was injured, so that's probably why.
Well, if we can, I'd like to do something about that. What say you to giving him a good brushing before we take him out?
I think he'd like that a lot, actually. After brushing Arthur and giving him all the care and adoration a horse could dream of, Reen and Juices took him out onto the mountain path. Oh, please just don't make it another race. Huh, he seems really happy to be out of the village. It's been quite a while since he last had the chance.
So it appears. I imagine that he would rather go out hunting with his master, however. Horses are always far more comfortable with their usual rider. My family at the riding clubs are no exceptions.
That makes sense, but if Dad's injuries, I doubt he'll be fit to go out hunting anytime soon. Speaking of a riding club, do you have any clue what's going back at Thor's? You're the one who managed to get the bike out of there, so I figure you might know something.
Mind you, but I was only able to do so through the Noble Alliance. I tried to make use of my position as a member of House Albaret as best I could. Unfortunately, my authority pales in comparison to Father's or Rufus's, so I'm afraid that that was the most I could do.
That's a shame. Still, I appreciate you trying. I really do owe you a lot, even for little things like helping me look after Arthur.
I hardly think I deserve your thanks. Being my father's son, some of the responsibility for his disgraceful actions fall on my shoulders as well. I have a duty to do all within my power to atone for that to both Baron Schwarzer and Ybir's people. I'm sure my brother feels similarly.
Actually, yeah, about your brother. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Isn't he supposed to be like a good guy? Why is he a bad guy?
Even he appears to be prioritizing his role in the Civil War at the moment.
Like I said back in Barrehard, there's no reason for you to feel responsible for what happened there. I understand what you're concerned about your father and your brother. But dwelling on the past benefits no one. All we can do is keep moving forward.
You do have a point.
No better now that exists what you have to shoulder alone. Not as long as you're a member of Class 7. As long as we're together, we'll be able to carry the weight of any burden.
I don't think I'd be used to how our class works by now. And the Imperial nobility should show its spirit through actions over words.
Exactly. We both know what we need to do. We swore it to one another when we fought that moment. You came back to us.
Indeed, and I fully intend to do as promised.
Okay, I'm gonna bet he has a second interaction. We do continued walking along the path with Arthur a little longer. We eventually turned and descended the mountain. Of course, upon their return to Ymir, we gave him a generous helping of food before going back to the Phoenix Wings. There we go. Art support. Cool. Yeah, I thought he would be an arts guy. Hey.
Horses are wonderful creatures. After spending some time with yours, I have to admit that I am feeling more optimistic. Despite the fact that I'm still freezing after all the time outside. Perhaps I should head over to the tavern and get a hot cup of tea. That should make planning our next move easier.
I wouldn't mind a cup myself. You know what? I wouldn't mind a cup myself.
That's more like it.
And that cup would hit the spot right now, actually. Mind if I tag along? I'll help you brainstorm.
No objections here.
Reed and Juices then walked to the tavern, and both of them ordered their tea, as any fine Erebonian gentleman would. Oh my. Quite. Oh, you're here, Reen? Do I know you? Okay, Elf. Hey, Kiki.
Hello. Welcome to our tavern. Thank you for your hospitality.
But if you're going off to play somewhere?
Uh-huh. We're not sure what we want to do, though. I wish we could have some more snow like the last time you were here. That'd be fun.
Oh, please no. I'm glad to see you back to your usual cheerful self, Ulf. I was horrified when I heard those Jaegers had used you as a hostage, but you don't seem to be any worse for wear.
Wait, dead?
It was no big deal, and Mr. Baron sent me in the end.
He's just trying to act off.
He spent hours crying afterwards. Oh, why did you ruin it for him? Come on! He was trying to look cool in front of the dudes.
No, I didn't. Anyway, now that we've run into you, maybe you could come play with us. We haven't been able to play together in forever.
I don't know. We got a pretty busy afternoon ahead of us.
I see no harm in joining them. We can spare the lawn, but we could certainly play for a little while.
Really? Yay!
Okay, let's go outside then.
Let's get on into him. Yeah, it does seem weird. Juices is like not the kind of guy you expect to hang out with kids. He and Juices were then led outside by Alf and Kiki. And after a brief debate on what to play, we decided to go with a classic hide and seek.
Everyone ready?
Ready?
I found you, Kiki. Already? That's boring. Okay, now to find everyone else. Ah, I found you, Reen. Wow, you couldn't have picked a place that was less obvious?
Well, of course it's going to be easier to find me if both of you are looking for me. I guess what just leaves Juices.
Okay, come on, let's go find him. Huh? What you doing there, Juices? Nothing. Go away.
There he is. I found him.
That didn't take long.
Don't suck at hide and seek. Huh? You're playing hide and seek? That sounds fun! I wanna play too!
He looks upset. After Miriam joined in, they all played hide and seek for a short little while longer, with each of them taking turns at being a seeker. Man, children really do have unlimited energy.
I'd say a certain classmate of ours has far too much energy even by world standards. Still, I can never quite become used to playing outside.
It's been a while since I last played outside like this. I wasn't expecting you to join in either. I know you're always a hit with the kids and all, but still.
I want to do something to raise their spirits a little. The sooner that boy can forget that awful memory of being taken as a hostage, the better.
So that was what you were trying to do. It's really nice of you, Jesus. Still, you don't need to worry so much. The children of Ymir are made of sturdier stuff than you think. The thing we can do is make sure they never have to go through anything like that again.
Indeed. I, for one, have no intention of allowing my father to do anything so foolish ever again. But I know that I won't be able to stop him alone. I just hope to have all of you standing at my side.
That goes without saying. As both nobles and members of Class 7, we have a duty to do whatever we can. Ooh, boy, I've been talking for so long. What a crap. I just can't imagine myself waking up tomorrow and being like, oh, great. Throat. I remember you. Pushing the curtain will allow you to enter baths. Entering them with the car will lost. Oh, nice. Yes, enter it. Wait, what? Get in! Oh yeah, invite friends. Okay, fine, I'll stop doing that. Get alone. So if I enter with someone else, is that a social event or am I missing something? Because it shows there's like 3 people in here. There you go, that was what I was going for. Can I actually see anyone else's health and stuff? And I can see their equipment, but that's about it. Oh wait, no, you can see it. Yeah, everyone has 200.
Nice. That's exactly what I was going for.
Okay, so... Oh, there's someone right there. Hold up. And... Okay, no, she's last. She's last. No. Saving the best for last. No. Not gonna do that. Okay, so... Oh, there's someone right there. Hey. I think it was... Yeah, it. Hey.
Sitting in here brings back memories. Remember trying to lock down ideas for a concert in the middle of that shape? I guess it wasn't that long ago, but it feels like another lifetime. Especially since Crow was with us then.
Yeah, it really does.
But it's not another lifetime, is it? It's this one. There's no reason what all of us hanging out and having fun has to stay a thing of the past. The only hard part is figuring out how to make that a reality again. Which is admittedly pretty hard, but I'm thinking of ways to make it happen.
It doesn't really sound like he's getting anywhere. Maybe break would help clear his head. Come on, idiot, let's take a break. The more frustrated you get over not being able to think of anything, the less likely it is what you actually will.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I know just a thing to clear my head.
Crap, wrong button.
You used to play the lute, right? If it's still around, can we take a look at it?
Okay, sure, why not? You and Idiot managed to scrounge up Reen's old loot from the darkest depths of a mansion.
In the darkest dungeon.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Instruments in hand, the two of them went headed over to the tavern. Well, I managed to get permission to play here, but I've got to say I'm feeling pretty tense about this. I haven't touched this loot in forever, so playing it in front of the crowd all of a sudden is a bit...
You'll be fine, just play it like you played the guitar during the festival. One of the best things about music is what it can be made with any combination of instruments.
Well, if you insist, I'll give it a go. Better to try and fail and then not try at all, right? Sounds like a children's, like a Rayman song. and so the two of them started to play alongside one another. To their relief, the customers in the tavern seemed to enjoy the performance, even giving them a round of applause once it was over. They were just applauded what you finally done. Oh god, I can't believe that stuff is finally over. Jeez. Here, have some applause. Oof, that was actually pretty fun.
See, I told you it would be fine. Not being up on stage or having lights in your face takes off a lot of pressure too. I sometimes used to perform like this at a concert cafe back at home.
Oh, really? Still, I'm guessing it'd be even more fun if I could play half as well as you do.
I don't know if I'm really as good as you make me sound, Reen. I've got a lot of practice ahead of me if I decide to pursue a career in music. Emphasis on the if.
That's right. Yeah, that's finally giving you permission to go through with it if you want. Have you started giving it any serious thoughts yet?
Yeah, a bit. Not that I'm getting anywhere. I'm happy to have his approval, but it's still not a decision I can make lightly. It's probably silly to even be thinking about it now. I mean, we need to focus on getting through this war first.
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with giving a thought about your future when you can. You're right that it's something that you can't take lightly, and it's still hard to tell how things will be after war ends. But if pursuing a life of music is what you decide to do in the end, you've got my full support too, not just your dad's.
Thanks, Reen. But right now, we need to focus on our future as a class. Once the war is over, then we can start living for the future.
Yeah, you're right. Thank to Gerald for letting them perform. To thank Gerald for letting them perform there, Reen and Elliot helped clean up the tavern. Once they were finished, they happily walked back to the Phoenix Wings. I don't know, shouldn't Gerald be like, yo, you entertain the guests. Here, have some, I don't know, 100 mirror or something. Like, it's not a big amount, but you should appreciate it, right? Okay, let's just see what this. So, anyone else in here? Yes, there is. There is one person here. Yes, I've been waiting for this. Hello there, baby.
Well, seeing as stolen miles are safe, I'm guessing all the bracers here in Eribonia are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbell. Though, I can't even get in touch with okay, fine. Hold up a sec. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbell, though. I can't even get in touch with Fansel.
A friend of yours?
We go back a ways, yeah. He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossbell. Anyway, leave worrying about the guild to us. You've got enough on your plates as it is. Just focus on what move you guys gotta make next. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be happy to join you though.
Maybe we should take her up on that. Yes. That sounds nice, actually. Do you mind hanging out for a while?
Striking while the iron's hot, I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. What do you say to a little change of venue?
That's fine with me, but I'll stick with living the dry life.
Figured you'd say that. Come on then.
You know what I would like? In like the end of a game or the third game, like Reen finally drinks with her. Just this scene, which is not a Bonds in event or anything, just at one point Reen just drinks some alcohol with Sarah. I would be so happy if that happens. No sooner had they arrived at the tavern did Sarah ask Gerald for alcohol recommendations. Of course she did. And after she offered to pay, Reen settled on a ginger ale.
Ah, this is the good stuff. It's got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I had no idea you could make something so good out of rice of all things.
It's a kind of alcohol from the east what Master Kafai brought here, I believe. Gerald said it's called Junmai Shu.
That Master Kafai sure knows his stuff. He sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with.
He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. Things are so shaky now, you never know when you'll need to take action.
I know. I'm not planning on getting myself blasted when you've got that discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a bit of alcoholic relaxation time, personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet, sweet relief?
Sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time anyway? I didn't hear so much as a rumor about you.
Oh, I was just lying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff.
In the capital? Did you manage to find anything out?
No more than you did yourselves, sad to say. Noble Alliance is doing a good job of keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the Krutzen province, to follow the Alliance's movements from there. And that was when I ended up getting in contact with Juices.
I see. It's pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own.
Well, working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. So it was nothing new to me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after what Jaeger attacked too. Sounds like it was a high-ranking corpse.
Yeah, the Northern Jaegers, under the orders from Ducal Barea. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. They've woken up now too, so there's been no real long-term damage here.
You had Goddess's blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be there when to help when you needed it most, Rian.
I forgive you, baby. Come on. You don't need to apologize. You couldn't possibly have known what was gonna happen. Something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden.
No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is what your dad's okay. He always seemed like such a pleasant man, especially for a noble. Handsome too.
Hey, he's married. Come on. I don't like where this is going.
Oh, relax, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, you've made it this far. You can make it the rest of the way too. Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding what to do next.
You're right. It'll be counted on your support.
That stuff is awesome.
Can you at least let me finish before you wind up passed out on the floor? Come on, she can take her drink. Kidding me? Finishing her drink, Rin led an ever so tipsy instructor Sarah back to Phoenix Wings. Can I have another drink with her? Yes!
All these drinks got me feeling kinda sleepy. I can't afford to doze off during your discussion later. Maybe we should go out and get some fresh air. A little exercise always sobers me up faster for some reason. How about it? Wanna join me?
Of course I do. Kidding me? Alright then, I'm up for it.
You are? Attaboy, Rian. Actually, since we've got plenty of morning left to fritter away, I've got an idea. What did you say to a little one-on-one training?
Sound good to me, just maybe don't rough me up too much.
Well, let's take this somewhere a bit less populated then, shall we?
Ooh. I'm looking forward to that. Together, Rin and Sarah headed out onto the valley. We found a nice, quiet area to hold their impromptu training session.
Damn, they actually train. That sucks. You've definitely gotten stronger while I've been away. Good to see what getting that night of yours hasn't caused you to start slacking on your training.
I'm still no match for you, though. He's holding back, but only just. I think if I really try, I might just be able to beat her. She clearly wants me to do it, and if that's what she wants, then I'll show her just how much I've improved.
You're all fired up now, and I won't have it any other way. Let's pick things up where we left off.
Right. I kinda like the fact that it's actually cutscenes and not you playing it. Because, I don't know, I think that would make it more cheap.
Come on, this is all you got? I hope it didn't, cause you're not gonna be able to rescue your sister or the princess if that's the best you can do.
Not the best thing to say, Sarah, but yeah, I can't really be mad at you.
Remember when I said that you were the center of Class 7? Well, I still feel that way even now. And I won't rest easy until I know what Sander is capable of beating me. On his own at least once. He's...
Ha! In your face, Reen!
I'm so sorry. Are you alright, Reen?
Yeah, I'm fine, it's just... Should've known that I was no match for you.
No, that was your victory, not mine.
What do you mean?
I knew that last attack of yours was going to be far more powerful than I thought you were capable of. So I was forced to stop holding back in order to block it. That's a victory in my book. Clearly, all that stuff you've been doing been great for your training.
I'd really like to think so. I chalk it up one up to luck, personally. I wasn't even thinking. It was more like my body acted on its own. I'm going to need a lot of more practice before I can pull off feats like that at will.
If you understand that, then I need not say no more. But don't worry, I'm sure that if you train enough, you'll be able to do it. Have faith in yourself, yeah? You got both the potential and the mindset to achieve great things.
I'll try. Now exhausted, the two of them went back to the village.
I don't even want to think about how badly that last attack could have hurt him. I feel like this war is causing the old me to resurface.
We gotta get more backstory, of course. Yes. Yes. That was what I was looking for.
Yeah, I do want to know more about her. Alright, so that was 140 minutes. Alright. Well, I wouldn't say this episode was productive, but I did like the story I got, so that's a win in my book. Yeah, I'd say the strongest part of these games is always the characters, always the character interactions. It doesn't matter what the overarching story is, plot twists, I don't know, RPG elements, I don't care about any of those. I just want to talk to people and see what happens. I want to see people do things, see them interact with other people, have their story advance, not just have a main character and everything else in the world just be static. I just like the world actually being the world, you know?